We're gonna be doing something today on the channel that we've never done before. We never actually fixed the bottom of an engine before while it was still in the engine bay. And by the end of the video, we're gonna find out just how much damage or not damage we have on the crankshaft and the bearings underneath the motor. It started making a little bit of noise. So instead of ignoring it, we decided to pull it off the road. Motor's not locked up as it does turn over just fine, but we got to find out what's going on. We ended up going over to Cam's automotive machine shop in Canton, Ohio, and picking up the bearings that we're going to need. So we might get lucky and only have to replace 1 or 2 bearings. We're going to take the wheels off. We're going to get the struts loose. We've got K-member bolts down there. These types of support bars are good for when you're doing K-member swaps. And I'm going to be honest with you, the junkyard dog swapping me and me, my dad and your dad, they just had a big old pipe, big old heavy duty pipe in their cars and trucks that they used it in. It fit perfectly across the strut towers. So to format of the video, we're gonna get the wheels off. We're gonna get the strut towers loose. We're gonna hang the motor, like I said. We'll zip the oil pan off. Hopefully we get that far in this video and we'll be able to start taking some caps off to check bearings.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
That's right, man. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go get it. Okay, got a couple little things here. Got some zip ties, like I was talking about, motor mount bolts, strut tower, rear strut tower, or rear K-member. Feed and drain. I mean, there's not a whole lot here. We just got to get it down, and once this K-member comes down, we'll be able to just get right to the oil pan. And we'll see if we are lucky and don't have to actually pull the engine out. I mean, it's not locked up, so I don't think it's, it's maybe a couple bearings, add a little bit of clearance in some of them. Maybe even all of them, we don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's see what this thing's really all about.
Got some brackets on it or something?
Definitely worth the investment for this bar, even though you could just use a regular, iron bar, but it's got multiple adjustments on it. Little pads to keep the headers, 2 of the actual primaries, and we got them actually tensioned up to where as soon as we pull the K-member down, the engine should hang off of it. But we also got the other little red jack that we're going to be holding up the harmonic balancer with. But we got to take the hood off because we know the hood's not going to close, and we got to go all the way to pretty much to the top. So I marked instead of drilling a hole, I marked the frame. But you can see how much never sees. When I had it out last time, we had a bunch of never sees. Came right out, no problem. So 2 motor mounts, we're gonna leave the motor mount plates in there, and this thing's be about ready to drop down here in a second. Got pretty much all the bolts out, got the rack set up. Stupid hose likes to leak. We got 2 bolts left to bring out, and the rack should actually come down here right now. It just moved. So, like I said, you touch any of my bolts and this thing, you'd be Tin Man. Okay. What? In the middle?
This.
No, you sure didn't. We should just take this freaking rack off now, but again, that's for another day, All right, so this tool works out pretty good as we're able to take this down. I'm gonna leave it actually here just in case it wants to kind of shift or whatever, but we got to be able to allow the crankshaft to move. We're gonna take the starter off. Motor didn't even move really at all. Be able to clean up the K-member. Probably gonna go ahead and replace the struts. I mean, they're not supposed to move that easy. Now you can see the oil right here on the top. These are both on full tight. This one's better shape than that one is, but I knew one of my struts were going bad, so we're gonna go ahead and order those today. Single adjustable, nothing fancy. We'll be able to clean up the springs and put it back in, with a new strut. One second. Come on down. Hopefully the gasket stays on it. That's nice. I don't see anything in there. Chunks or nothing. That's a really good sign. Come back over. There was a copper piece in there a second ago. You can see it right there. Oh, there's some copper. The one of these bearings gave up. Just taking off number 5 bearing right now. This is the bottom part of the rod. And it looks like it's coming off pretty hard, but oh yeah. Look at that. There's one culprit. How bad is the crank? Wonder if they're all like that. I guess we'll take off number 1 now and see how bad that one is. See if the motor's not able to move yet. So this is number 1. That ain't perfect. You got this one bearing side here on the crank. This crank might be, well, it might be the problem. All right, so this is number 2 bearing. Like I said, it looks just like the other one. It's in good shape. I think we found our issue. Maybe it was just too tight. I don't know. When we took number, what would be that, 7? We couldn't find the bearing. So thank God we stopped this motor when we did. Oh yeah. There's a bearing on top of a bearing. So we spun a bearing on top of a bearing, and this is what that kind of looks like. That was my oil clearance problem. That's the reason why my oil was dropping. We're gonna check the mains as well. That doesn't make any sense. It was 7 quarts of oil was in it. Oil was clean. We didn't even beat on it yet. Maybe that crank has a problem with load. I don't know. Maybe we just got unlucky. Okay, we went through all the rod bearings, number 5 and number 7. Both on the driver's side. We got a spun bearing that actually went on top of another bearing, and number 5 just was, this is where our copper was at. Yeah, there's the thrust bearing. That's a really, really good sign. Okay, we got the, we checked all the mains. All the mains are in really good condition. We're not even gonna bother messing with any of them. We did end up buying the extra clearance and the standard bearings for the mains, and we're not gonna need any of them, which is kind of nice because those are kind of an asshole to change. Rod bearings aren't bad. They're not terrible at all because you can move the piston up and put the new bearing in and stuff after you clean the crank and stuff. I think we know where the damage is at, and so next video we're going to be looking for an HXN bearing, which these are the H bearings that we're using, which are the heavy duty ones, and we didn't have the heavy duty ones in it. We're trying to get this motor back running again, and you know, next video we're going to be cleaning up the rods and putting its stuff back together and getting it fired up, and it shows what happened. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm super impressed with the fact of being able to fix the motor here on the lift. I ain't never done that before. Pretty cool. I guess they do this shit all the time, and you know what? We ain't much different. So, unfortunately, we came up a little bit short in this video as we were just going to stick some extra clearance bearings in our 393 stroker and get it running on the lift here, but that didn't end up happening. Got a chance to take a peek inside of the 393 stroker from underneath the engine, which we've never done here on the channel before, and came up a little bit short. But you know what? Those are the brakes, and you just figure it out and move forward. We'll get the engine pulled back out. We'll get it cleaned up. We'll do another video of all the parts, get everything out of the block and washed up and put here on the cart so we can take it over to the machine shop. If you guys remember, we had the box R on the 387 stroker, so we're gonna send the lower out to Trick Flow, and they're gonna actually port match those badass 227 11R heads that are on this engine. Got a couple of different things going on with the K-member. We're gonna be talking about possibly pulling this K-member out to put a Team Z one in, and guess whose car can really use a K-member anyway. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know in the comments if you've had a similar engine failure just out of the blue. But consider subscribing if you haven't already. Check out that join button, become a member of the channel. I appreciate all my members that are with us every month. Got merch at neomustangs.com if you want to check that out. Outside of that, I just appreciate you being here with me today. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Got a lot of work to do.